black blues guys are from the Delta. All of the old gospel songs come out of the cotton field, and that's where that's where it all comes from. It originates from there. There's something really magical about all that. I think.
Howdy, folks. I'm Mark Mundy, and this is Davin James.
Howdy.
Extraordinary singer-songwriter, picker. Davin, thanks for coming down and spending some time with us.
Well, thanks for having me. I was born in Jackson, Mississippi, and didn't live there very long. And my parents moved to Monroe, Louisiana. My dad was a big Tom T. Hall fan, so I got to listen to all these great songs, all the old Merle Haggard stuff, and all the George Jones, and then he also, you know, when he was in college, he had like a rock blues band. They'd put a banjo string on the third string, and where you could bend it up, you get that blues, and that's what all the black guys were doing, and they were learning how to do that. And so, around midnight or 1 or however late it was, out in the woods, on numerous occasions, I'd see my dad. He'd get just the right amount of soul in there, and he'd start doing his black set, and Jimmy Reed and all these great blues. So I got all of this stuff secondhand through my dad for the most part. I'm a big fan of blues. I had this old uncle, a great uncle of mine that was almost like a grandfather to me, and they had this old corn crib, and he would raise sugar cane and watermelons, and we'd go mess around with him right on his tractor and get a chew of tobacco and get sick. Had this artesian well in his backyard that always flowed into this bayou, and then he made whiskey too back there. So we would get a little nip of his moonshine, and we were just boys growing up. It was great out there.
We're 13 years old, 14,
yeah,
12.
Somewhere in there. Yeah, his name was Uncle Sut and Aunt Winnie, down there on the Pearl River bottom.
Would you play as a chorus or two off that?
Oh, the song I was playing you earlier, it's like born in Mississippi. They say the last of the redneck hippies, but there ain't nothing new under the sun. Redneck, white trash, blue collar, you ought to hear that rebel holler when some southern boys and girls start to have a little fun. Yeah. Red, white, and blue. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't trade places with anyone. Red, white, and blue. Oh, and I was raised on mama's roof. And things keep it changing, Lord, but I don't think we ever will. I got a great uncle down in South Louisiana on the Pearl River bottom, making moonshine whiskey still.
Well, Miss Scarlett O'Hara said, and gone with the wind, tomorrow is another day where the two of you could pass for sisters. Sounds like something you would say. You're as southern as a cool mint julep, strong as sassafras tea. Oh, Magnolia, when I hold you, that's as good as it could ever be. Oh, Magnolia, I got to hold you with your sweet perfume on me. Oh, my blossom, Lord have mercy, got to give me some sweeter than mimosa, a little sweet back. Oh, Magnolia, I got to hold you with your sweet perfume on me. Oh, my blossom,